What up, my tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Back again into the Caverns of Ixalan, the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, as we continue to prep once more for the upcoming Arena Open and grind back into Mythic. So we'll jump into our pick one, pack one. We've opened Treasure Map, one of my favorite cards, printed in the last 10 years or so. Love that card both in Cube and in Constructed back in the day. I think we'll go ahead and first pick it here over a bunch of other okay cards. There's Chart of Course, War Scribe, Lattice, Siren, Torch, Axejaw Frog. This keeps us open and does a lot of good value work. Okay, some pretty nice second choices as well between Souls of the Lost and like Bitter Triumph. I'm just going to take the Triumph, the good removal spell. You can build a good Souls of the Lost deck, but I don't think it's a card that you want to take extremely early. Rather, it's just a nice card to pick up later on when you're already doing like blue-black or green-black or, you know, some deck that puts a lot of permanence in the graveyard with self-milling and whatnot. But we'll just take the Triumph. Good removal spell, very splashable. And I think an easy choice there for me. What is our third pick, though? Power level has dropped off a little bit. I do like Scout. I think Cenote Scout's quite good for a 1-drop, right? What else do we have here? Riddle's okay. This is especially good in the blue-black descending deck or the graveyard theme deck. Spiketail is fine if you want to just take another black card to follow up. Cave would probably be okay if you really wanted to stay open and just do whatever. I don't know, this pack's pretty bad. Nothing I want to be third picking, I guess. Let's go with one of the uncommons, be it the Scout or the Riddle. And I think I'm going to go with the Riddle here. Haven't drafted too much blue-black Descend or blue-black Graveyard theme. So maybe we can lean into that direction and try to do something a little bit different. So remember, for the Arena Open, it's going to be sealed day 1, which you can enter as many times as you want at the cost of, whatever, 5,000 gems each time. Or day 2, and day 2 will be draft, up to 2 drafts if you do well enough in the first. Pick 4, we have some nice choices here. 4th pick, Scout is pretty good. 4th pick, Cloud Guard's pretty good. 4th pick, Grasping Shadows is pretty solid as well. I've been a big fan of Grasping Shadows. I think this card actually tends to do a lot of work. But I'm guessing the Scout is just the safer, better choice, right? I think you go with either of these choices, though. And the nice thing is they're both on color with what we've already taken. I think Cloud Guard's pretty nice as well. I think I take Scout a little bit higher than it, and since we're already in blue, that locks us into that direction anyways. Okay, but we're probably going to take the Cloud Guard now and not really lose much of anything. Yep, just a good rate flyer. Like I said, I think it's a little bit worse than Scout. But seeing as this pack doesn't have anything else in it, I think that was a good choice. Okay. And this is a pretty good first 5 picks. My worst card is what, I guess, Confounding Riddle. But overall, all of them are still solid enough. Have another chance here. Have an Echo of Dusk here. Hidden Courtyard if we wanted to stick with a little bit of white nonsense. I'm going to go with the Echo of Dusk. Like I said, I kind of want to lean into the blue-black Descend deck since that's a unique one that I haven't really drafted all that many times. And Echo is a good 2-drop in that deck. I think another chance you can pick up later, so I'm not too eager to pick it up now. 2 different ways to go here. Pick 7, we can take the Screaming Phantom, which does have some good synergy with the Descend, but I think Plundering Pirate is the best card in this pack. I'm a real sucker for Plundering Pirate. You know what? I'm going to stick to my guns, though. Normally I would take Pirate here. Let's take the Phantom. Hopefully I don't get too punished. This pack is pretty garbage. Shipwreck Sentry versus Hidden Nursery. I don't think Sentry is going to be a card we end up playing in blue-black. Whereas I guess if I take the Nursery, there is some potential for maybe seeing some caves and doing a slight move that direction. Wow, we're wheeling Charted Course and Siren and Hidden Cataract. Yeah, okay, I'll just take the Charted Course. 2 mana draw 2 is not terrible. Remember, Descend cares about permanence in graveyard. What could we get in blue black that I haven't played yet? What's that card called? It's like a 2 mana 8/8. Ancient one, right? I think it's called Ancient one. Yeah. There's that blue black mythic 2 mana 8/8 that you need to have what, Descend 8 or something crazy for it to be able to attack or block. But then it has a 4 mana ability of you can draw a card and then discard a card or something to that effect. That's not even that good. I don't know why I'm saying that. What other good blue-black cards could we get? Oh, okay. Inverted Iceberg's good. This one does require some artifacts as well, but 2 mana artifact that mills a card for graveyard value and draws a card and then turns into something relevant later on is good. Let's see here. I'm going to take Spider in case we still lean towards maybe some green self-mill as well. Like green-black or something. Which I think we could end up doing. These are all kind of filler. Don't think we would play Reminiscence here. But it's probably better than Envoy at the current. Puzzle Door's good. The Frilled Caveworm isn't actually that bad. I just don't like to take them very early. But yeah, this is an artifact that fuels the graveyard and has some good synergy with that, like Iceberg, for crafting purposes. All right, and pack 2. Opening an Anum Pakal. That is too far away from where we are. So our choices are between like Careening Minecart, Spiketail, Siren, and Echo. I don't see us wanting to run the Mine card. I don't think this is a deck that's going to utilize that very well. We're probably just supposed to take the Spiketail here, the Swamp Cycler. I could see taking the Siren, but that wheeled in pack 1, and it doesn't have that much synergy with our current deck. There is a Waterlogged Hulk. Okay, that's a decent one for the Descend. Fuels your graveyard, and then later on you can flip it into a 4/4 vehicle that's possibly unblockable. I might take the... No, I don't really want the Council of Echoes still. This is between like Mycoid, another Echo, another Iceberg, I think. Creature count's a little bit low. I probably need to start taking those. I actually think the Echo of the Dusk is better here. This is a surprisingly premium 2-drop in this type of deck. Because when it gets turned on into the 3/3, it's quite good. Let's take Surveyor now and then prioritize getting one of the blue-black caves a little bit higher. Wow. Actually, is this any land? No, basic land card or cave, but hey, I am not going to be upset about getting a Restless Reef when we're already in blue-black. That's fantastic. You can turn it into a 4/4 with Death Touch, and then that mills 4 cards on target player as well. Wasn't a cave, but that was a really good pickup for us. As we get a 3rd Echo of Dusk, I guess? Sure. So, we need to get some more self-mill effects. I have Puzzle Door, I have Waterlogged, I have Iceberg. I have Phantom. Actually, I lied. I have a lot of self-mill effects. For some reason, I felt like I didn't. But if you look at our deck, we actually have quite a few. I mean, I don't have like a Marionette or something, but we just have like better self-mill. Cool. Okay, this is working out. Hell, I could even just run the Boulder in this deck as a 2-mana way to get an artifact in the graveyard, right? Or a permanent, rather. Not specifically artifact. And then it's like a late game removal spell in the pinch. This looks cool. We want, what, Chupacabras, and I guess I need another chance for some Graveyard Recursion. This is going okay, though. Somebody's hogging packs. Oh my. I wonder how often this wins by milling the opponent, as opposed to milling yourself for value. I guess at a certain point, getting more permanents in my graveyard is not going to be that relevant. I guess we want up to potentially 8 permanents with the gondola. So what are the cards that don't turn on Descend? Any of our instants and sorceries, of which we have 4 currently. Oh, you know what I need? I need Deadweight. I don't have a single Deadweight, and that's a good cheap removal spell that is also a permanent for the graveyard. Have we even seen any Deadweights? We might not have. Yeah, maybe I do run this one Runaway Boulder after all. And we have another pack to go. I'm not going to need to do that. Oh my gosh, where's my pack? Please. Give me the Deadweight. Are there any other black permanent removal spells? No. Right. Dusk Rose Reliquary. Oh, I guess Song of Stupefaction is... Wait, this is not Stupefaction. Stupefaction. Have I been reading that card wrong this entire time? I guess we're just going to take the River Herald Scout here. Bad removal is still okay, and honestly I don't mind running one of these in my black decks. Echo is fine as well. 3/2 flying draw card in this deck for 5 mana. Pirate's Hat might actually not be terrible. Excuse me. It'll be muted when you see my face, but... Whew. Okay. Mycoid was a good pickup. Hey, we're almost done with our deck, and we have a full pack 3 to go, so... Priority is going to be removal. Deadweight, Join the Dead, more Triumphs if we can get lucky. What else? I don't think there's really much blue removal we'd be interested in. Inti, golly, that is actually splash-worthy if I wanted to. The only problem is there is an extremely good uncommon for us as well. I think this is close. Deep Cavern Bat is stupid good. But then again, so is Inti. And the nice thing about Inti is you don't need to have it on turn 2 to be worthwhile, right? This is good later on in the game as well. So I think I'm going to go for power level here. If this was the Arena Open, I think this would be a really tough decision. You could go good and safe, or you could go good and a little bit more powerful, and I'm going to go for power level here. There's a nice pack as well. Ukbenbach, Soulcoil Viper. The Viper isn't at its best right now. I only have the 1 Land Cycler. But I would imagine that Ukbenbach wheels. Though I think here in this scenario, I would rather just make sure I have it. If that makes sense. And another one of the most busted cards you're going to see in the format. Wow. If that was single green, I would take it. Sheesh. O'Hare Caslam. For us, we have another Echo, a Skull Taker, and a Frilled Cave Worm. I'm going to take my 40 gems. Take O'Hare. What is this? Another pack where there's nothing in here that we want. Getting a lot of good green cards, but... My God. Still need to find one cave for the Surveyor. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really sad just getting basics. It does get a little bit better. If it only finds basics though, because I have the Inti now. That's nice. Oh man, see, why are they putting all the cards that I need in one pack? I want the chart. I want the chance. I want the weight. I want the spike tail. I think I take deadweight over another chance. I think that's close. Oof. And then back to garbage. Eaten by piranhas for bad removal, I guess. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This isn't bad removal in our deck, because if we put this on a creature, right, we're presumably going to kill that creature in combat, and then that puts a permanent in the graveyard, so... I guess that was okay. Phew! Alright, I would love to take Phantom here, but we have enough playables already, and that gives us an on-color cave for the Scampering Surveyor, so... That was a good 7th pick, honestly. I could use one more creature. I could use one of the blue land cyclers. I don't think we've seen many of those, and that would be... like the final piece of the puzzle. Didn't get it, though, and we're not playing any of these. Dang it. I think our deck is okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Let's replace the River Herald Scout, maybe, with the 4th Echo. Or maybe I cut the Ancestral Reminiscence and leave in the River Herald. So I have Deadweight, Eaten by Piranhas, Bitter Triumph, and Ray of Ruin for removal. Another Echo of Dusk. How many of these is too many? Could play all 5. Cave Worm? I mean, a 4-mana 4/5 is probably not the worst case scenario for us if we wanted to play that too. Maybe cut one Echo and then run the one Frilled Cave Worm. Something like that seems fine. This feels like a mid-tier deck. And I'm not exactly sure what I should have been doing. But this feels rather mid-tier. Alright, can we get away with one mountain? If I play one mountain, I also have Treasure Map for treasure and Scampering Surveyor for red. But do I need more islands or swamps? I don't think so. Right now we have 8 black sources, 8 blue sources. That's plenty. So 2 red seems safest. Okay, this deck's okay. It's got a decent game plan. It's got some okay cards. It's got some okay interaction. It's got an okay curve. Maybe not even just okay. Maybe even decent. We can win some games with this. So let's just do that. Let's win some games. It's a good hand. Could start milling myself as early as turn 1 with this hand if I want to. I think we'd rather get the tap land online first. We're probably just going to be efficient in treasure map on turn 2. Blue-red River Herald Scout. I don't mind seeing that. Oh, even better. Can't activate treasure map on the turn that you play it if you play it on turn 2 anyways, so... Sure. Echo down. Yeah, not having another chance kind of sucks. I think taking the dead weight over it at the time was right, but doesn't feel good. Not a bad turn. It's probably fine to keep. Milled my dead weight. Womp womp. Uh-oh. I might be taking a lot of damage this turn. I am taking a lot of damage this turn. Milled Ukbenbach. I think we want that. It's like fine. I am not expecting it to live very long, but it is what it is. Man, a Malicious Eclipse would be amazing here. Oh, jeez. That's kind of nuts. Wow, they're going to get so many triggers of their dowsing device. Holy smokes. Dude, Gear Hulk into, or dowsing device into Gear Hulk? Insane. I go to 2? I think we're dead, my friends. Alright, well, that will be that then. I guess I can sack Cataract and concede once we hit something. GG's. Well, that was a demolishing. Wasn't particularly close. What could I have done differently that game? Not played against that opponent. There we go. There's the answer. 0-1. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to win the first. That was the gimme game. Simply working out the kinks of the deck. I mean, it's fine. I have the Spike Tail to cycle for a swamp, but that's kind of a funny hand. Dig Site Conservator, which can eat my graveyard of all things. Yeah, we have a good enough hand here. We're gonna get Descend pretty easily off of the dead weight plus the puzzle door. Sure. I guess it's probably just better to run out the Mycoid this turn then. Rumbling Rock Slide. That's 2 permanents in my graveyard. This will be number 3. Let's take the land here. And 4. Great. This is interesting. This is actually a really interesting turn, because Deadweight on the Dig Site Conservator, I think, is the right play at this point of time. They don't have the mana to discover, and because I have 2 more Descend cards in my hand, I think it's right to turn off their ability to exile my graveyard, or at least enough of my graveyard. That's fine, I don't mind that. Sure. Okay, so we're sitting pretty good, I think. Let's go with the card draw flyer. I can afford to take another hit. Panicked Altasaur. Board develop first, and then we can Ray of Ruin their Altasaur next turn. I always forget, this can hit things other than creatures. Creature, vehicle, or non-basic land. They flipped their landmark. Okay. And a scribe, sure. I guess I do want to trade my Frilled Caveworm for their Levitator if they let me. We also don't want to discard a card here off of the Chart a Course. Inti plus a land's not bad. That's annoying. I feel like they should have attacked with their Sunscribe there as well. We'll go ahead and just try to bounce off that thing. Sure. So I'm pretty sure I need to attack with the Echo here and make it a 4/3 so that on the following turn it can block. Really hoping we hit a spell off of this Inti trigger. Nice, that's pretty good. That can turn off their flyer. Okay, good. That worked out. I mean, now they don't even have any good attacks in the air or on the ground if they can't get through my worm. If they kill the worm this turn, we're in a bad spot. Killing Inti is not the worst. That's more or less fine. I need to be a little bit careful now about attacking without drawing a good spell, though, because even though we have them on a 3-turn air clock, oh, they're just going to go for it anyways, okay. They insta-topped. I'm gonna let them keep the Scryer and block their 2/4 untapper. I should have played that first before scrying. Are you kidding? Oh, and now we lose. Damn, dude. Assuming they go for it. Well, 5 lands, all spells versus our 10 lands ain't gonna cut it. Man, come on. Yeah, we take Xaxi so we can block the 3 and one of the 2s and then take 3. So I guess what I could have done last turn is put my blocker on their 3/1, and to keep it alive, they would probably sack the idol though, and I would still take. No, I would have only prevented 1 extra damage, and they still have that creature on the battlefield. So wow, are we 0-2? This is not the Arena Open prep that I want. I don't think our deck is bad. I think it is above average. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, twice as many lands as our previous opponent, so it is what it is. I certainly would not go 0-3 again, because I think we went 0-3 last week. Deck, please. I think on the draw, I mulligan this hand, but on the play, you keep it. Obviously, if we rip a swamp off the top, that's fantastic, but worst case scenario, we can go scout into, like, Worm, and that's, like, okay enough. Okay, swamp. Just, I'm 0-2. Let me draw a little bit above average. Honestly, that's not a bad draw. Not when we have 3 Descend cards in our hand. Inevitably, I will mill everything that I need, but I think people get really, really concerned about milling themselves in Limited. It's gonna just be correct for me to mill myself out. Or rather, mill myself for the foreseeable future. Man, I'm already upset. Turn 2 Captain Storm. No removal spell for it. We all know where this goes. That is a very quick loss, unless the opponent somehow has no artifacts. This is one of the most egregious cards in the format. Even if this only said once a turn, this would be stupid. So they have a Cogwork, I guess? Alright, I mean, I'm just gonna make them do it. Maybe it's Ancestor's Aid, it doesn't matter. They clearly have something. So next turn I can cycle the Spiketail, play the Echo. We might even get have the Echo already be a 3/3. Okay, well, was not expecting that. At turn 4, we already have Descend 4. Or whatever it's called. Two mana, 3/3 lifelink, not bad. Okay. Well, those 2 cards are a little bit weaker in maybe a pirate deck. Again, huh? I'm gonna block again. Oh, they're going to main phase bounce. Okay. Ah, I see. They wanted to draw 2 cards. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Build one of my mountains. We're still looking for more lands here. Oh! That... I have no more mountains in the deck. Deck, what are you doing? Okay, I mean, as long as I don't draw Inti. That is very awkward, though. Hey, they finally played an artifact. We keep milling ourselves here with the Hulk, by the way. We did hit an artifact earlier for the iceberg, though, notably. I have Bitter Triumph and I have Ray of Ruin for Captain Storm. Hopefully we can find one of those. Okay. Restless Reef, huh? I think we're just gonna play out the worm and pass. Again? So they do have the +2/+0 on first strike, don't they? That has to be what it is. Which means double blocking is terrible. Alright. So, whatever it's called, Ancestor's Aid here. Yep. Oh my god, it wasn't? That attack made no sense then. Oh my god. So, let's put it this way. If this is what they had, they should not have attacked. Right? Unless they're like super next leveling me, because if I double block there, that is such a bad deal for them. Oh my gosh, okay. Whereas if they attack and they have Ancestor's Aid, they blow me out, which would make sense with that attack. Maybe I just shouldn't give them credit, because... yeah. Wow. Very, very unlucky. I'm trying to find a damn removal spell for their freaking Captain Storm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I still have 6 lands in my deck. Oh, that sucks, dude. How do they have Dreadmaw's Ire there and not Ancestor's Aid? I guess, you know what it could be? Maybe they have both. Maybe they have Ancestor's Aid in their hand and they also had Ire. That would make sense then, actually. Now that I think about it. Right? That's a reason for them to have attacked with... Okay. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense if Dreadmaw's Ire is the only thing. They only have 14 cards left in their deck. I could very much mill them out, possibly, with the Restless Reef, like I was talking about. 3 attacks, I mean... I don't know if we're going to have that much time, but... The center's tapped, right? Oh no, it doesn't have it. It doesn't enter tapped. Okay, take 4, I'm at 12. I don't think I'm supposed to mill myself with the Hulk anymore, because we have more than enough permanents. Minecart with Captain Storm. Yikes. Dude, turn 2 Captain Storm and you can't kill it. Ah! Ah, my anger, my frustration. I don't think I want to just animate Restless Reef here. And try to block Captain Storm, that is to say. It might be too late for us. We're like almost stable, but still not. Because now, if they flip their Iceberg, for example, I have to deal with that instead of, yeah, instead of Captain Storm. Okay. Sunset Militia. So, we play Phantom out, we hold up Restless Reef animation, and we cross our fingers. Attacking with Ukbenbach there is not even good. I haven't seen that one. Oh, this is only a rare. Why did I think this was a mythic? I guess you just never see it. Add X mana of any one color where X is the... Okay. They're looting. They're down to 11 cards in their deck. There is a very real possibility that Restless Reef can mill them out if we can survive a couple of turns here. It is not looking very likely. Alright, animate Restless Reef. 4/4 Death Touch. Move to blocks. trade here. Double block here. I take effectively 3 and go to 9. Yeah, so Reef is down, but that was a forced move. Okay, dude. Okay. Thank God. Let's see. I do get to attack with Ook Bin Bak, but I guess we want to animate the or activate Cataract first. There goes our Ray of Ruin, but there's also our Bitter Triumph. So we kill Captain Storm, we eat by Piranhas the O'Hare. And I want to do this now before they can draw an instant. Okay, I mean, we might be able to get out of this one. Now our concern is that the Sunshot Militia is going off. What else is left in my deck? Besides the Inti. We have a Deadweight, another Echo of Dusk, a Brood Rage, Mycoid. And 5. So 4 lands are in the top 7 cards. We are very, very close to dead here. Yep, I'm at 5. I'm at 4. I do think we mill now. There's a land. Map, flip map. 3/3 lifelink, we need to keep that, of course. Six vigilance. Menace, more importantly. Come the hell on, dude. That's fine. So what I can do here is I can mill it and then descend it immediately, since the finality counter goes away. We're stable here. I mean, if I can gain 3 with the Echo next turn, I think we're in a good spot. Crazy game. That's so sick, by the way, that they didn't have Ancestors Aid that one turn. I'm at 3. I'm at 2. That actually doesn't do much. Combat. Are you kidding? Oh my god, dude. Okay, I lose if they draw a creature or artifact. And even if they don't, I can't kill them next turn. Are you freaking kidding with Cogwork Wrestler? This game is... Oh, man. Miserable. Freaking miserable. Good beats. Well, that's Magic, friends. At least it was a long, drawn-out series of losses. It wasn't a 30-minute 0-3, it was a 50-minute 0-3. I don't think I did too many things wrong that game. That turn that I blocked their Captain Storm, it only made sense for them to have Ancestor's Aid there because the attack was terrible otherwise, and I don't know if they were thinking about that, or maybe they just hoped that I would make a mistake, or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Turn 2 Captain Storm. That was close. That is really unfortunate. 0-3. Again, I don't even think our deck was that bad. Was it great? No. Should it have pulled off more than 0 wins? I think so. And maybe I'm just salty, but as always, thanks for watching, friends. Great Arena Open prep. We'll see you back next time for some more. Bye-bye.